Welcome back to another episode of the MegaBit Misfit Gaming Podcast right here every Monday at 3 p.m. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share our videos. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 best-selling video games of all time. Or are they?
What is up, everybody? I'm Mr. ReyRey, and this is the official episode of the top 10 best-selling video games of all time, or are they, the way Mr. LeeBoy solely expressed in the intro. So we're going to start off with the top 10. Now, this list came specifically from a Google search.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly how accurate this is. Number 10, right out the gate. I'm surprised it's number 10. I would have believed it was much higher on the list. But Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, like one of the first main games that we ever came across in our childhood, in our lives. Super Mario Brothers. They sold 50 million copies, and I feel that's low. What do you guys think? I believe it should be way over 50, maybe like 100 million. But sources say it's 50 million. That's multiple sources. IGN, Google, AI, GameSpot, stuff like that. 50 million. What do you guys think? That's accurate? Number 10, the Super Mario Brothers? Or no?
Well, when you think about how long Mario Brothers has been out, we're talking the original Mario Brothers for the NES, and how many times Nintendo has re-released this on all the systems. You think you go back to the Wii, you go to Wii U, you have all the eShops that they ever put out. They're not just counting the cartridges. So I would think that it should be higher. The number sounds a little bit low, but you're also designating it to just the Nintendo systems. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. What do you think?
What about you, LeeBoy?
I guess with Mario, like you said, it should be higher because it's the first Mario game from the Nintendo, the NES. Maybe because
pretty much.
Maybe because people are playing the other Mario games. Maybe it's not because even like I'm off camera. We talked about it. Like the regular Mario game, you're not going to sell it for $70. You know what I'm saying? That it should sell a little higher. We're not talking about the best games of all time. We're talking about the highest selling games of all time. And because this has been on almost every Nintendo platform, it's surprising that number should actually be a lot higher. But I think that people are playing the other Mario games so that they don't really give that one too much shine. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, real quick. If when we're done with the list, because we've all seen the list, but when you're done with the list and you think about it, it's the only Mario game that's on here. So it kind of does make sense that none of the other Mario games appear on this list.
There is one.
Well,
there's one
more.
There's one more.
Yeah.
You didn't read the list.
But I get what you're saying. I get what he's saying.
You'll understand it when you get there.
Yeah, you understand when you get there. And just to be clear, to clarify, it's not $50 million. It's 50 million copies.
Right.
So just to clarify for everybody out there. Number 9 is one of my personal favorite games. One of my personal favorite games. The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. At over 50 million copies, as well as Mario. 50 million copies. Where do you feel that is that accurate to you guys? Is it number 9 of all time?
Yeah. To be equaled with Mario in such a short amount of time, it's surprising. But I think I'm surprised it's on the list, but I'm also like I feel like number 9 makes sense.
I'm gonna have to agree with my buddy here, my boy right here. I'm gonna have to agree with that because, like he said, Mario been out for a way longer time, and it sold for a lot cheaper. And yeah, I do believe that for it to be selling at $70 pop, right? That's the pretty average right now.
Witcher 3 was 60 when it came out.
Around 60. Thank you for the correction. So with that being said, yeah, I agree with Ravage.
I think Mario and Witcher should switch places. Me personally.
So lower.
They're about 50 million, yes, but it says Mario just squeezed it out by a couple 100,000 in a $50 million range. So I think I don't know. I think Witcher could be number 10, really. But hey, that's just me talking shit, really.
Okay.
Stop cursing, Ray. Okay, another one of my personal favorite games is number 8, and we discussed this game a couple of times, referring to its music and its longevity. And apparently, only 2 of us have played this game.
I've never played Skyrim.
Oh shit!
So
we're back to 2.
Skyrim at 60 million copies. Ivan never played this game, so Ivan has like no opinion on this.
No,
Lee,
I have no ball in this courtroom.
Lee, what do you think? 60 million since its release?
Yes, well deserved. Probably should be higher if as many times they re-released this joint. And that may be the reason why for the inflated number, because they done released it, they done remastered the remastered, they done anniversary the anniversary edition. So, yes, I agree with this.
I think this game came out. They released this game 5 separate times, if I'm correct. Definitely 3. I think definitely 4, maybe 5. Maybe 5 is the most time, and I think they're gonna re-release it again sometime next year. But yeah, Skyrim 60 million sounds correct. Can somebody buy one of those copies for Mr. Ivan over here so that he can actually play the damn game?
I have it. I just haven't played it. I have it. I own it.
Oh man. Okay.
So you will contribute to the inflation of this game.
Yeah. And without knowing absolutely anything about this game, yes.
And I think the thing is, I did too, because I bought this game at least 3 separate times.
Yeah,
I bought
same.
it for PS3, PS4, and my PC.
I have, yes.
So, and I have a edition. So
listen, I outside from outside the window, Skyrim looks like an incredible game. I would like to play it. I'm not a first person guy, and that's what kind of set me back from it.
It's not,
it's not a first person. See, that's not first person.
It's both.
Not first.
See, I didn't know
first
that.
person is an option. It's an option.
Okay. I didn't know there was a third person view.
Okay, so number 7. Oh man, number 7. Number 7 has a special place in my heart, right next to Skyrim. Ivan, I can't believe you haven't played the game. Anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2 at 70 million copies. And I believe Skyrim deserves to be where it's at. But Red Dead Redemption 2 has 70 million. 70. That's crazy. What do you guys think? Proper placement or higher or lower?
Honestly, I don't know if it needs to be this high up on the list. I think it would be lower on the list just because of how long it's been out, one, and the popularity of it. I don't know. I don't know how. I know obviously it's a big popular game. It's a Rockstar game. It's gonna sell like crazy. People are more into sci-fi.
Should be top 20, not top 10.
Yeah, definitely top 20. I would say like number 11, 12, but I would not put it on the top 10.
Wow. What about you, Mr. Lee?
I would have to. This is going to be a shocker. I agree with him. I don't think it should be that low, but it should be low. I mean, because I feel like when you talk about games, like he said, like Westerns, I don't really hear. It's like Red Dead to me is like, if you don't bring it up, nobody's going to bring it up. It's like one of them type of games. Like a lot of these games on the list, some of them, like, I'm not going to mention the other ones, but some of these names on this list, I would hear that name before I hear Red Dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's shocking to me to see that it's that high. So I'm like, to me, it's like it would be a little lower. So that's just for me.
When you think about video games, a lot of people think sci-fi, fantasy, and but you don't really put Western in your head. You don't think of cowboys and stuff like that when you're playing, when you're thinking about video games most of the time. There is that, fan base, but that's not the first thing that pops up in your head when you're thinking about it.
For me, Red Dead Redemption 2 is it should be much higher on the list. So I'm going the opposite from you guys. I believe Red Dead Redemption 2, even though 70 million copies, and as I look at the other options on this list, some of them I've never played, and others I did play once or twice, and I will never go back to again. Red Dead Redemption 2, I've gone back to several times. I've bought it twice. I have it on my PC, have it on my PS4, and I believe it is one of those games that everyone else has to catch up to in quality, not quantity, obviously, because it's only number 7, but in quality. And you can't tell me, except for one, every other game here on this list, going from 6 to 1, is nowhere near in the same level as Red Dead Redemption 2, except for one. And they're made by the same company.
I agree with that.
So to me, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a travesty that is only number 7. It should be right behind the other one. And you know which one I'm gonna get to when I say it. Number 6. I haven't seen anybody talk about number 6 in like 8 years. Okay. A Player Unknown Battlegrounds, PUBG. When was the last time you heard anybody speak about PUBG? But it's about selling. It's not about enjoyment.
Yes, because let's make sure we
selling.
understand. It's about selling,
It's about
not
selling.
what's the best games of all time. Okay,
I got a little emotional. I apologize. You apologize. Okay. PUBG sucks. Anyway, it's number 6. It doesn't suck. It's a perfectly fine game. I'm not into battle royales too much.
Honestly, I think there's another game that could easily switch with that game, and I would have felt the same way. And it's just been like, eh.
What's the name of that game?
On the list right now?
On that's not on the list. Like, another game that's not on the list can easily replace that game and be like, okay, yeah, either one makes sense.
There's I can name like 4 or 5 games in the same genre that are more entertaining than that one. But that one's a good, solid game.
Yeah,
that's me being honest. It's a good, solid game. I will never go back to it though. At 75 million copies, it sold 75 million copies.
So real quick, with the 75 mil, is that copies of the game, or is that including all the microtransactions and everything like that? Are we talking dollars, or are we talking game sales?
No, microtransactions is a totally different column.
Yeah,
it's copies of the game.
Okay.
Not how much the game made. That could be another matter of fact question to the viewers. We can make a video off of the top, these top 10 to see how much money they actually accumulated. If you guys want that video, let us know in the comments below, and we'll try to make that happen. Okay. Yeah. And any other comment you guys want to leave below, go right ahead. We can defend ourselves too. Just let you know.
The game that I was thinking of when Ravage was talking about the game that can easily switch with it, the game I thought of immediately, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows what I'm going to say, Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fortnite is free to play.
Yep.
If Fortnite wasn't free to play and you had to pay for that game, it would definitely move PUBG out of that spot.
Yeah.
That's just me. And I don't even play PUBG, but I know people that talked about how Fortnite came along and pretty much stole
the entire
everything, their whole thing, and made their whole thing. And they're thriving for a free-to-play game off of microtransactions. I said microtransactions? Microtransactions.
That'll be a funny cartoon character. Microtransactions.
Microtransactions.
Number 5, because we have to correct Ivan. There's another Super Mario game on the list. It's Mario Kart 8. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or 7, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 75.81 million copies sold.
Not the same. Not the same.
I know it's not Mario Brothers, but it's still a fun game. I played Mario Kart, I think like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
They're fun games. They're fun family-based games. You have a good time with it. It's always, what I'm saying, if you have a family night, you guys are playing, mom, dad, the kids, whatever, they bing, bing, always competing. It's a fun thing. Or even just a group of friends playing out, whatever. It's a fun overall thing. I can see it there. I can see it at number 5. I can see it. I would have expected Mario Brothers 1, 2, or 3, or Mario World above that, but no. Just Mario Kart is number 5, top selling. What do you guys think? Good position or no? Higher or lower?
I agree with it. My take on it is Mario Kart was put out for the Wii U. Mario Kart 8, was put out for the Wii U. And then when it came out for the Switch, that was the deluxe version. That's the one that killed everybody. It came with the Switch. Everybody who didn't buy it with the Switch got it, bought it after, because you're playing with everybody, like a full Mario Kart game that's mobile. So it's like you could take it anywhere with you. It's not like there was Mario Kart for DS. I think there was like 6 or something like that. And it makes sense for it to be this high up on the list. And then when Nintendo Online came out and put out all of the extra race levels, that from all the previous Mario Karts, it sold a crap ton more. Almost caught me. And, and yeah, a lot of people went back. A lot of people went out and bought, once they got Nintendo Online, they went out and bought more Mario Karts. So yeah, it makes sense for it to be this high up.
Big fans of the Mario Kart franchise went wacko when this game came out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I know people that bought 3 or 4 copies of this game, which and that's just like, don't you already got? Yeah, I want it again though.
Yep.
And I'm like, what?
No, well, think about how many people have multiple Switches in their house, and they're gonna play together. So you're gonna buy a copy for each kid you got. You know, come on.
Yep. I'm talking about people that got like 1 and they bought 4 copies of this game. They didn't burnt out the cartridge, just straight up lost it. Was playing it on the go for so long, but like that's like one of the funnest racing car games. It's not Gran Turismo, it's not Forza, and it's doing bananas numbers. It's just fun.
The fact that since it's such like a G-rated game, everyone can play it. So it'll go from like a 5-year-old to a 105-year-old. Like anybody can play that game and they'll be perfectly fine. It's not like some games like all right, Red Dead Redemption 2, The Witcher. Those games, I don't really recommend to kids who are younger than 12.
M for mature.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely hurt their sales, but they're still up there. Skyrim is definitely, especially one of the games that's coming up, should definitely not be played by kids under 12. But some kids under 12 still play it because you still hear them curse online. But still, so that's number 5. I think Mario Kart 8, where it's at, sounds about right. 75.8 mil. For me, maybe perhaps it could be even slightly higher. But another game for Nintendo takes the number 4 spot, which I am like, what? Okay, I heard of this game maybe like 4 or 5 times. I had an ex-girlfriend who loved playing the game before, and that was it. I've never heard of it since. But Wii U Sports. 82.9 million copies.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think I know anybody who has this game right now.
Can I put some clarity on that?
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch 2 was going to be releasing. We had 82.9 million on a Wii game?
Yeah. A Wii U game, yes. And Wii U technically, did they even sell 82 million Wii U's?
Bro, I don't know.
Somebody look that up, please.
As of December 31st of 2019, they've sold 13.5 million units. They've sold more Wii U Sports games than they sold the units.
Okay,
that's Google. That's the Google thing here. We gotta definitely look that up as far. We definitely gotta look that up as far as maybe we can. Our powers combined.
Back up, camera.
Definitely gotta look that one up because that was just from the Google Hub home thing.
I think that maybe that was a misspelled thing. Maybe it's just Wii Sports because Wii Sports came out with the Wii, and the system sold like crazy. It came out that game came out with every system. So I think that U was just a mistake. Maybe they just mistyped it or whatever.
Or perhaps the Wii U Sports was converted to what is it called again? The Switch. And then that picked it up.
No.
That's not for the Switch.
No. They came out with a Wii Sports game for the Switch, but this is not it. If you remember with the Wii, you had the little sensor thing. You had the little sensor that you would put under your TV. With the Switch, you don't have that, so you can't play those games on the Switch. You had the motion sensor on the Wii with the controllers. Remember the Wii
controllers? You are absolutely correct. You need the motion sensor to play it. Damn, how the hell did they sell 80?
I'm telling you, it's got it. They combined Wii and Wii U Sports together.
That's the only way illegal going on.
Look, this is some madness. Ain't nobody.
There's something illegal going on,
bro. I just googled it again. 13.5 million. There's no way. He's inflated. How, bro?
Look up just Wii Sports by itself. How many sales you got? What's the number? What's the number for the Wii?
It's still saying 82.
I'm telling you, it's for the Wii Sports. It's not for Wii U.
All right,
That's
whatever. It's number 4. Don't worry.
It don't belong there.
Oh no.
Yeah, Nintendo. We got it. It's number 4. Number 3 is GTA 5, which is why I said 5. So number 3 is GTA 5 at a whopping 210 million copies, and they re-released this game twice or 3 times afterwards.
Came out in the PS3 era.
Yeah. So this game has been out for what, 13 years?
11.
14 years.
11?
Years.
I believe so.
Jeez. So it's been out for over a decade. Let's just keep it simple, keep it like that. It's been out for over a decade. It's been released several times, and they just keep going at 210 million. And a little fact that we read before we started recording, but that doesn't include the recorded Xbox Game Pass players at 195 million. None of these games are recorded through Xbox Game Pass because you pay a monthly subscription, you play the games, and blah, 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 blah. So, but recorded wise, you had another 195 million digital copies played off the Xbox on top of the 210 million copies sold via digital copy or hard copy. 210. Number 3, higher or lower, Mr. Rav? Or well placed? Which one?
I think it should be higher, honestly. I think it should be higher just because the fan base is there. It's a perfect game. It's a perfect game as long as you're over 15 years old.
I do feel that it should be higher. That's just me, because I feel like everybody and their mama plays Grand Theft Auto. Whether you a kid, you sneak to go buy that game, you lie and be like, "Yeah, how old are you?"
Yep.
I'm 18.
Even if you didn't buy the game, right?
Oh yeah.
Just by what you said before, by culture alone. Like my 2 older brothers, they don't play games, but they've heard of this game. And they're like, you steal cars, you do this, you do that. You know, that's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, and it's a video game. And they're like, oh, that's crazy. They never played it. They've seen it. They heard of it, and they're not in the video game like community or world. They're more in their own like jobs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You want to say something, Ivan? Or?
Yeah, my only thing about it is with this list is there's got to be a little something funny going on, because if you jump from number 4 to number 3, number 4 is 82.9, GTA is 210 mil. There's nothing in between that's sold.
That's why we use as a conspiracy.
That's a big jump.
My man Batman this now.
There's something missing. We're missing something.
Anyway, number 2. So number 2 is a game that I personally don't care about at all, period, whatsoever. I've never played it, never will, because I completely avoided it because I hate the way it looks. But people love this game like if it's their child. Minecraft is number 2, and at 300 million copies sold, over 300 million copies. I don't care about this game. I don't care for the game. I don't like the way it looked. I never saw anything impressive about it. I never the gameplay mechanics, anything advertised. I was just like, why do people play this? And yet I know people who are older than me, people who are younger than me, people who are same age. Male, female, doesn't matter. Gay, straight, fat, skinny, tall, no matter where you are, they love this game. This is like a universal game. And I'm like, I'm the only person on earth that doesn't like this. I don't care. I don't like this game at all. If this game disappeared, I would I wouldn't care at all. But Minecraft, 300 million, I think it should be deleted from history. But that's me. I have no hatred. Enjoy the game that you love, right? Anyway, Mr. Rav, what is your take? Higher, lower, or just right?
I think it makes sense. You think of all the streamers and the communities that were built off of Minecraft. There's a lot of love for it. I personally, I don't play it. I've played it with my kids, but I've never like played the game to like know what it's about or anything like that. I know the mechanics and I know, what the incredible things people have made in this game, but it's also just like it's just not for me. But
I heard somebody made a universe.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody made a
Even the
supercomputer
universe.
built into it. It calculates and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy.
I mean, that to me is extremely impressive. That's amazing. Because I don't know how the game works, so I was like, okay, that's phenomenal. I'm assuming it's voxel, right?
I don't know.
It's a voxel game. You could destroy and rebuild and destroy and rebuild, destroy, rebuild, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff something like that, like mining, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mr. Lee, what's your opinion on it? Higher, lower, or just right?
This is a triple megabit misfit gaming confession. Because none of us, no, don't put it on me. Put it back on all of us. We ain't play this game. All right. This is a game I completely agree. Ray's happy. He's dying over there.
No, put it on everybody.
No, exactly. Put it on all, y'all. This is a game that I completely agree with Ray that it could fall off the face of the earth and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't lose no sleep over this game because I hate the way it looked. And I get it. I understand the elements of it because I know there are a lot of people that I know personally that play this game and love this game. It's not my cup of tea, so I get it. Again, our motto is play the games you enjoy, right? So, but again, this could fall down a flight of steps in a wheelchair for all I care. I don't. This game looks ugly. I will never. My thing is, like, you can't take me back to Super Mario days, right? The original Super Mario, which is number 10 on this list. You can't take me back to that and then try to 3D world that, and then like, oh, this is nice. Right? I'm like, no. After giving me all the graphics we got today, hell,
right.
Okay,
Exactly.
but like again, so I agree with Ray.
Yeah,
you gotta think of the Lego kids that can't afford Legos. You know what I mean? They can't. Legos are how fucking expensive are they now? You know, and you could just do this on a computer and at home, build the things you wanted to build. Think about it. Am I wrong though? Am I wrong though?
I can just I don't need Legos.
Yeah. Think about it.
All right. Here's a couple dollars for you. This game, Minecraft, Legos. Minecraft 300 million. Ya se lo cogieron. They already got them. Minecraft number 2, 300 million. Keep on trucking, guys.
The money from the cursing should go straight to Minecraft's fund, you know.
We're gonna take that money that he's accumulated and we're gonna buy him a copy. And then as his punishment, he's gonna have to play it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. If we get let's say,
don't do
20
it.
people.
Don't do it.
No.
20.
If we get 20 people that we don't know, I don't mean 1, 2, and 3. 20 people to get into the comments and say, I want to see Mr. ReyRey play the game for at least a live thing for like half an hour or whatever.
I gotta make some phone calls.
Oh no!
Hey, listen, everybody in the comments. Listen, if you're watching this video,
it can't be your kid.
If you're watching this video, please make it happen because I would tune in on Twitch with my popcorn ready to see this. So please hit the comment section. 20 people.
If you like cursing, kids,
20.
then make Mr. ReyRey play Minecraft for the very first time. A quick little break from the list, real quick. We just want to thank everybody for watching, for subscribing, for supporting the channel. So thank you so much for the support. Really, truly appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, follow us, share the videos to anyone who you know loves gamers or likes watching people talk and crack jokes on things. You know, so please leave any comments in the comment section below, and please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. What else are we on, guys? TikTok. We got a new TikTok page.
We got a TikTok
page. Everything is Megabit Misfits Gaming Podcast, and every episode comes out on Monday at 3 p.m. Number 1, everyone. Number 1 highest selling game of all time. It doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, doesn't matter if it's Xbox or PC, but the highest selling game of all time is actually by the name of Tetris.
Which surprisingly, if you are a follower of the Megabit Misfits Gaming Podcast, someone here said that that was their favorite game when they were a child. What was the game, not system, but game that got you into gaming?
I'm sure. Wait, let me guess. Let me guess it. Let me just guess his game.
Okay, go ahead. Guess his game.
Castlevania.
Close, but no, that wasn't the one that got me hooked. For me, it was NES Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris is drugs, bro. Tetris is you start playing that game, you're not gonna put it down for at least an hour if you get into it, man. It's one of those games that catches you, and it's hypnotizing. Nothing.
So I've played Tetris a lot when I was younger, not as much as Ravage. But it's an addictive game. It's a great puzzle game, especially when it came out again in color. Oh man. Like the
man.
That green and or the light green and the dark green on the original Game Boy, whatever. And then it came out in color down the line, and then you still find different variations of Tetris to this day, with now 3D effects,
Tetris effect,
Unreal Engine, all this whatever. And it's one of those games. It's an evergreen game. It will be around until the end of time. Different variations of it, because it's a building block game. And building blocks is something that we all grew up with. We all had, Legos. We all had Legos, except for those very poor kids that couldn't afford Legos. Instead, they had to buy Minecraft. Anyway, kids.
Why is the top 2 games that looks boxed up?
And Roblox. You think about Roblox. That's another big selling game that's not on this list. But yeah, man.
That's probably between that gap we're trying to find.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
They probably renamed Roblox Wii U.
Tetris being at the number 1 spot. Does it surprise me? No, not really. Only because I feel like it revolutionized Game Boy. And it enabled, out of all games, it sustained itself on multiple platforms. It's been copied a gajillion times, and it just stands the test of time. It's really one of those, like you said, evergreen games. Like, it's really the poster child for evergreen. If you look at this entire list, if you go back from 10 to 1, and you look at all of these games, you break it down, this game would live through all of their times. And outstanding every single time. Even
it's
the newer
oldest
games
game here.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, look at what it's competing against. You know what I'm saying? Like, Minecraft is at 300. This still has like a 300 million gap between it, and it's still going to continue that way for a very long time because it's evergreen content.
Real quick, because I don't believe I mentioned it before, but Tetris sold 520 million copies. 520 million copies. But that's not all the people that played it. This is the people who played it pretty much is almost everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm talking about from the highest high rises to the lowest trenches. People have played this across the board pretty much everywhere. I think the amount of percent of people on Earth that haven't played this game is probably in less than 10%. That is the top 10 list of best-selling games of all time. And believe it or not, that's what we found. Wii U, get out of here.